Hey YouTubers, this is your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. Today I'm doing the latest movie review on Hobbs and Shaw. I know what you're thinking. I got the Lion King poster right behind me, as most of you can see. I didn't get the chance to use it in my last movie review because I did a collab with one of my friends, and I figured why not do it now. So yeah, on to the movie review. And also be sure to comment down below on what you guys saw of the movie review of Hobbs and Shaw as well, because I want to get a discussion going. So, as most of you know, Hobbs and Shaw is the first spin-off movie in the Fast and Furious franchise, and it takes place after the 8th movie, and Hobbs and Shaw have to work together to stop this deadly virus from destroying everyone. And if you haven't noticed, the bad guy is Idris Elba, who plays Brixton, I believe, and he's like a black Superman, which is true. He is. He's legit black Superman, like he said in the previews. And let me tell you, this movie was the most anticipated movie of the summer, aside from Avengers Endgame and everything. And it was just great. I loved how there was witty arguments going back and forth between Hobbs and Shaw, and that's what I loved most about it, because those two don't really get along. But they have to put their differences aside to work together, because if they don't, they're not going to be able to save the world. And let me tell you guys, this movie was hands down worth the wait. It really was. I was sitting on the edge of my seat when I saw this with my friend, and we were both just cracking up to all the witty jokes, and the action in this movie was hands down perfect too. And I just loved it. It was the first spin-off movie in the Fast and Furious franchise, like I said. And I got to see so much of the great slash epic moments in the movie. Let me tell you this. What I loved most about this movie is that, as always, in the Fast and Furious franchise, it always means family. This one definitely hit the spot where the key is to helping family, whether you want to or not, because family is everything in the Fast and Furious franchise. And let me tell you, I really like the chemistry between Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, Jason. Please forgive me. And they have pretty good chemistry, which is something I really love, because when I saw them in the Fast and Furious 8th movie, I could tell they had pretty good chemistry, and I really wanted to see a movie with these two, just them. And it looks like we got our wish. We got to see these two in their own spin-off movie, and what can I tell you? It was just hands down perfect. I loved it. Ever since I saw them in the 8th movie, I really wanted to see these two in their own movie, and we did. It was only them, not anyone else from the Fast and Furious cast. Just them. We also get to see a lot of famous cameos in this movie, which I am not going to spoil for you guys, because you're going to have to see for yourself when you go see the movie. Excuse me. When you guys go see the movie, because you'll recognize some of these famous people for sure. I myself didn't expect to see a lot of famous cameos in this movie at all, because I was just shocked. I was really shocked by how many cameos were in this movie, and wow, it blew my mind in general. But the one thing that really amazed me was the Samoan fight with the bad guys. I love that scene. I love that. It was straight, hands down, the best moment of the movie. Literally the best moment. We get to see The Rock's family. Special shout out to his family. Mahalo for being in this movie. I'm sorry. You got everyone in the the Rock's family, hands down, you all were great. Especially WWE superstar Roman Reigns. Big shout out to you, Roman. You, as the guy, didn't have any dialogues, but you don't need any. You're Roman Reigns. You can just kick ass and take names, which is awesome. Really awesome. And yes, he didn't have any dialogue in this movie at all, but he was still kicking some ass anyway, which is so fucking cool. Along with the rest of his family, which was great. Again, the main key to every single Fast and Furious movie is family, and this one, hands down, really had the strong family feeling for sure. Family is everything, even if they're your friends or actual family in general. But Rock's family, hands down, was there for him. I'm sorry if I keep on repeating for myself. I really am. They were really there for him when Idris Elba's character was coming at their front door trying to get this virus. They were really there for him when he needed them to be, which was great. And let me talk about the new characters. Idris Elba as Brixton, aka Black Superman. He was hands down the best villain in the Fast and Furious franchise. I loved it. I really did. Because his whole body was filled with metal and everything. He was indestructible. Nothing could hurt him in any possible way. But hands down, he is just the best villain the Fast and Furious franchise has ever gotten. Like, literally ever gotten. And Vanessa Kirby playing Shaw's little sister. I am so sorry, I'm just losing it today. But Vanessa Kirby playing Shaw's little sister, she was pretty badass. She honestly knew how to kick some ass too. And there was kind of like a love interest going on between her and The Rock's character, which was pretty interesting. I loved it. I loved it, in my opinion, because it looked like they were really kind of connecting in a sort of way, which was hands down perfect. I loved seeing that because, well, it would be nice if they actually had a good connection. And I don't want to spoil anything else for you guys, but you are going to love how she takes the lead in this movie for sure. And also, you'll love all the kind of action scenes she has in this movie, without a doubt. Along with so many other stuff that happened in this movie. You'll be blown away. Trust me. I know me and my friend were. Big shout out to you, Todd. Big shout out to you for going with me. Yeah, but all in all, I love this movie. Best movie to wrap up the summer. For sure. It was the best movie to wrap up the summer. Let me tell you that. And on to the positives and negatives. First off are the positives. The chemistry between Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham. You could see that they really had amazing chemistry together, because like they were Hobbs and Shaw, like at the beginning they were just throwing like insults at each other. That proves they didn't really want to they didn't want to really work together, because they really don't like each other that much. But at the end of the day, they had to put their differences aside to save Shaw's little sister and help her get rid of this virus. Because if they didn't put their differences aside, they were the whole world was going to die. But still, the chemistry between Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham, again, pretty perfect. big shout out to both you. Big shout out to both Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham. You guys rocked it, and I'm looking. Sorry again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the Hobbs and Shaw sequel. We really need a sequel to this movie because this time it's all about them in the sequel, and they might form their own kind of special, unique team. Which, in my opinion, I want to see that. I do want to see this, see them form their own kind of like special team because that would be sweet to see. Another thing. Another positive is that the key to this movie is family. Like I said before, family is everything. And when Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson went to his family, they were there for him when evil was coming to their front door. Especially when Mama Rock got rid of all of his weapon, all of his guns and everything. She was like, "I get rid of them." I love that. I love that scene because they're fighting old school, which was perfect. That was the kind of action that blew me away. I loved it because it was just perfect. Going old school and everything, that was the perfect way of Samoa. And that's why I respect that culture so much in so many ways. Again, a huge shout out to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and his family. All of you were just perfect in this movie. And hands down, I hope you guys come back for the sequel because that will be pretty sweet if you did. And another positive is that, well, Vanessa Kirby, she is hot. She's straight up hot. Literally. And who was playing Deckard Shaw's sister, she was hot. She was straight up hot. She was straight up hot. Hands down hot. But she knew how to bring some ass kicking to the movie for sure. Without a doubt she did. And that was just a great thing to add. Seeing like Deckard Shaw's sister be one hell of a kick-ass lady, which it kind of runs in the family, so yeah, that makes sense. And again, another positive is the famous cameos in this movie. There are a lot of famous people that you weren't expecting to see in this movie. I didn't expect to see them. But I am not telling you who the famous cameos were because you'll see for yourself what I mean and who is in this movie. Trust me, you guys are going to be shocked when you see all of these cameos. It is going to blow your minds. Literally blow your minds. And the negatives. The one negative I have is that it was 2 hours long. They could have like shortened it a little bit like the previous Fast and Furious movies because it really didn't have to be that long. It could have been like an hour or so long or so, but I'm guessing they wanted to like include some scenes in this movie that that a whole lot of people wanted to see, I guess, which makes sense. I kind of can understand that completely. So yeah, just shorten the sequel. Please just shorten it a little bit because it kind of was dragging a bit in a way. But all in all, it was still a good movie. I just didn't expect it to be like, well, 2 hours long. That's all I'm saying. And that's it for my positives and negatives. On to the rating. I give Hobbs and Shaw a solid B. I hope you guys can see it. It's a B. Because it was just hands down perfect. One of the best summer movies of this year and that were worth waiting for. Hands down it was. And Idris Elba as the bad guy, he was playing this black Superman, was perfect. I loved it. Hands down loved it. And the chemistry, again, between Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham, they had pretty great chemistry. I am not going to lie and say that they didn't. I can tell you this. If we get a sequel to Hobbs and Shaw, I wouldn't mind it. I really wouldn't. I would definitely pay good money to go see this movie for sure. And I will definitely love it like I did with this one. And that's it for my movie review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with everyone you know, and press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. And be sure to follow me on the Stardust app at Amari106 for my latest movie/trailer reaction. I will see you all later. Take care and God bless. Peace.